This is the second transmission from Dark Signal. The rules for patrolling the forest reserve at night.
I never believed in rules. Not until I took the night shift at the Red Valley Forest Reserve. The ranger station sits alone, 20 miles from the nearest road. No tourists this time of year, just endless pines, frozen air, and whatever walks when the moon is high. When I arrived, the other ranger, a quiet guy named Harris, handed me the patrol log and a sheet of paper, yellowed at the edges. He said, "Read it twice, don't test it." Then he left without another word. At first, I thought it was a prank, but by midnight, I realized the list wasn't a joke.
The rules for night patrol. If you see blue lights in the forest, do not follow them. When your radio says status clear, stop moving and don't breathe until it stops. Never respond when you hear your own voice calling for help. Keep your flashlight pointed at the trees, not the sky. If you find the cabin with the green door, don't look through the windows. The shift ends at 4:03 a.m. No matter what the clock says, leave exactly then.
The first hour was quiet, too quiet. The snow fell soft, muffling every sound except my boots crunching over the frozen path. The trees were so tall they swallowed the sky. The forest here feels alive, like it's listening. At 1:15 a.m., my radio crackled. "Ranger, report." I answered. "All clear." Then, after a pause, my own voice replied. "Copy that. Heading your way." I froze. The sound came from the radio, but the static carried my exact tone, my breath, even the hesitation. I turned the dial off. Rule number 3.
A few minutes later, I noticed blue light flickering between the trees. Not headlights, not flashlights, just soft orbs drifting through the fog. Slow and rhythmic, like someone breathing light. They moved closer, one by one, until they lined the path in front of me. My hand tightened on the flashlight. Every instinct screamed to run, but the first rule was clear: don't follow the blue lights. I turned away, and that's when I heard it. My name, whispered from the dark. "Evan, come here." It was Harris's voice, the ranger who'd trained me, except Harris had left hours ago. I forced myself to keep walking, eyes straight ahead, breath shallow. Behind me, the whisper turned into laughter. The kind that sounds like it doesn't need lungs.
At 2:03 a.m., the wind died completely. The forest went still, unnaturally still. Then, through the static, the radio spoke again. Status clear. I froze. Rule number 2, stop moving, don't breathe. The signal hissed and popped. Seconds stretched into minutes. Something moved in the trees, heavy, slow,
circling me. I felt it before I saw it. The cold air pulling inward, like the forest itself was inhaling. Branches cracked above me, and a pale shape shifted between the trunks. No face, no eyes, just a figure made of light and mist, moving in slow pulses, as if syncing with my heartbeat. The radio clicked once more. The voice said, "Status unclear." The air released. The forest exhaled. I dropped to my knees, gasping.
When I finally stood, my flashlight flickered. Ahead, through the fog, a faint green glow cut through the trees. A cabin. Rule number 5. The green door looked painted yesterday, too fresh for a place this old. The snow around it was untouched. Something moved inside, just behind the curtain. A shadow, tall and human, but still as stone. I took a step closer before remembering, don't look through the windows. But curiosity is a dangerous thing. I leaned forward anyway. The moment my eyes crossed the glass, everything went silent. The air, the forest, even the snow. And then I saw myself. Not my reflection, me, standing inside the cabin, mouth open, whispering something I couldn't hear. My eyes were wrong, too wide, too black. Then that other me lifted a finger and pointed directly at where I stood. The door creaked open. I ran.
The trees blurred into streaks of black and white. The forest floor cracked under my boots, thin ice breaking with each step. Every few seconds, I heard footsteps matching mine, half a beat behind, then in sync. When I finally reached the ranger station, the clock on the wall read 3:40 a.m. The radio crackled again. "Evan," said a voice that wasn't mine, "you're late. The shift ends at 4:03. Don't miss it this time." I unplugged the radio. But even without power, it whispered, softly, patiently. At 4:03 a.m., the lights in the cabin flickered out. The forest outside was pale and quiet again, almost peaceful. I grabbed my coat, ready to leave. That's when I saw movement at the window. Another ranger, face pressed against the glass. Harris. But Harris had quit the week before. He mouthed something slowly, 3 words I didn't want to read. "You stayed too long." The sun never rose that morning. When the day crew arrived, they found the patrol truck still running, and the radio on repeat. Status clear, status clear, status clear. They never found me. At least, not the version that came back. If you ever take the night shift at Red Valley, follow the rules. Don't listen to the voices. Don't look through the glass. And whatever happens, Leave at 4:03 a.m.
If you enjoyed this story, turn on the dark and hit subscribe for more horror transmissions from Dark Signal.